3 new Italian epic cards have come out, including Blitz Curler del Piero, and we will have a look at the builds and the skills these new players need right now. Here comes Pepe. Welcome everybody, let's get right into this and start with Del Piero. I begin with a well-rounded build. 8 points in shooting grants him great finishing and curl. 4 points in passing. You could use them somewhere else if you want, but since the first points are the most efficient ones, I think it's worth it. I think his passing is in a spot where it's like too bad to leave it as it is, but too good to not make it just a little bit better. 10 points in dribbling, making him extremely good at it. I think dribbling is important, especially for blitz curlers, because it makes it easier for you to get yourself into a good position with them. 8 in dexterity and lower body strength give him great pace, nice kicking power, incredible balance, and good offensive awareness. He does have a lack of stamina though, but it's too low to ever get really good. My last build will address this. If you want him to last for the whole game, give him a counter target instruction. The second build is a more offensive one for those who prefer running instead of dribbling. I reduced passing and dribbling in favor of dexterity and lower body strength. This makes him faster and, except for dribbling, better offensively as he has better awareness, pace and kicking power. If you really want, you could remove 1 point from either dexterity or lower body strength and add 3 points in passing. The next build is if you want to use him as an attacking midfielder with more passing. Only 5 points in shooting, still leaving him at 90, which is extremely high for a midfielder. 7 in passing this time, making it easier for him to do more difficult passes. The remaining 3 categories get exactly as many points as in the first build: 10 in dribbling, 8 in dexterity and 8 in lower body strength. For the last build, I went with 12 points in lower body strength to reach the +3 manager boost in stamina. It does have weaker passing and dribbling, but better speed and kicking power. This might be the best way to preserve his stamina without giving him a counter target instruction. It's of course all up to you, but in my opinion, unless you really want the speed and kicking power, I would go with a different build and switch him out at some point. I think it's better to have a player that suits you more for like 70 minutes or something and then bring a new one, rather than have him barely last the full 90 minutes but with a build you would actually change if you could. As for skills, I would recommend one touch pass and double touch. The other 3 skills are up to you. Weighted pass and fighting spirit would be decent options. If you want the special double touch, you could add flip flap and soul control. Gamesmanship could be another option, or any other feints or anything you like to play with. Next up is Roberto Baggio. 8 points in shooting to improve his finishing. 2 points in passing get his low pass up to 80, and I would need 3 to increase any other category anyway, so it fits well. 12 in dribbling make him really amazing at it. 8 in both dexterity and lower body strength, boosting the pace, awareness, balance and kicking power. Just like Del Piero, Baggio also lacks stamina. Here, I wouldn't even try a stamina heavy build. I mean, you could if you want, but I apply the same principle as before. I rather have a Baggio that's even better at dribbling for like 70 minutes than one who's a bit worse for longer. The next build is if you want to use him as an attacking midfielder, where we basically only trade shooting for passing. 4 in shooting gets him just enough for a level 3 manager boost. 88 is a lot for a midfielder. It's great. 7 in passing, as he will need to do longer and more difficult passes than a striker. Everything else is just like before, although if you want, you can switch points between dribbling, dexterity and lower body strength, as long as every category stays between 8 and 12. This also applies to the first build, by the way. About skills, he's pretty stacked already. I would definitely recommend long range shooting and weighted pass. Fighting spirit, gamesmanship or heel trick would also be good options. You could also add flip flap for the special double touch. Of course, just like always, if you prefer any other feints or anything, go for them. The last one is Francesco Totti. Anyone remembers how in PES, the Totti regen was already extremely good at 16 years old? Good old days. 8 points in shooting make him an amazing finisher. 2 points in passing. You could also put them in aerial if you like for the additional physical contact, but I prefer them in passing. 11 points in dribbling to make sure he's even better on the ball. 9 in dexterity for more offensive power, and 8 in lower body strength for a bit more speed and kicking power. Compared to the others, Totti also has the stamina problem, but on top of that has significantly lower speed than Del Piero or Baggio. The second build is for an attacking midfielder. I took points from shooting, reducing it to 4, which is still more more than enough and used these points to increase passing and dribbling. The one remaining point went into aerial strength. As for skills, I would go for long range curler, double touch, through passing and acrobatic finishing. For the last skill, I think I would go with soul control for a better knock-on. Fighting spirit or gamesmanship would also be alright options. If you have anything else you prefer, go for it. That's it folks, let me know if you liked this video. I'd love if you subscribed, liked or commented. Until then guys, take it easy. Shaka!